Hello? Hello?
Hello.
What's happening, dude?
How are you?
I'm alright, thanks. What are you... Why are you phoning me? Well, I thought we were done with this.
Well, you know how we were done with it?
Uh-huh.
We're not. Well, you know how when you think you've imported the footage and then you format the card because you want to clear some space to do another project.
You formatted the card.
Yeah.
How
So,
on earth did you do that?
well, you go into menu.
No, I mean, like, someone of your caliber.
I know.
We all do it. We all make mistakes. So you've lost the whole episode.
Yeah, I've got this recovery software and it's recovering things, but I don't know if it's actually what I'm looking for at all. There's a file in there that's about 10 gig, which could well be it. And it's a MOV file. It's everything screams that it could be it. It also screams that it's just a load of shit. So,
classic.
Could be from ages ago. So
well, there you go.
yeah, this is episode 6.
Episode 6. I mean, this literally
56.
end as we mean to go on. Episode 56, number 2, version 2. Okay, well, look, I can't remember what we talked about. I can't remember what we spoke about. But the one thing we talked about was that the whole coronavirus lockdown thing is starting to ease off in the mainland, and we decided we'd just call it quits now. Not quits, well, we'd call it a day for season 1 of this show, which is the aptly named Quarantine. Yeah. Because the goal of this from the very beginning was we wanted to produce a regular podcast show that had both high audio and high video quality. And we wanted to be able to
import it.
Yeah, if you import it. We wanted to do it remotely. We were like, we want to be able to do this remotely. We want to see, can we do a split screen? Can we make it feel like we're in one room together? Can we do it? Can we do it regularly? Can we post to multiple platforms? That was the goal. So we never really, the content was always secondary. It was like, look, let's not worry about direction of the show, what the thing's about. Let's just worry about making it look and sound good, and we'll just have a good old waffle. And we'll use Quarantine as a reason to start and try this thing. And I think we've done a pretty good job.
We've done a darn good job. I mean, and we got to use these nice Sennheiser microphones as well. I think this will probably be the most I ever use this microphone.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a good thing.
No, it is.
Hang on.
My microphone's not even plugged in, to be honest.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah.
I think mine might be ran the wrong way.
Like, I mean,
hang on.
That's what you come to expect from this, guys. I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now.
Hang on.
My microphone is plugged in, all right? It is plugged in, and it's the same as it has been for every episode. And now, Adobe Audition doesn't recognize it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I had that. So I think my mic's around the wrong way. So I think now, which way is it meant to be? Is it the MK4 meant to face you? I think it is.
Yeah,
isn't
there's an angled part. There's an angled part of it that should be facing you the whole time.
An angled part.
Yeah, part of the mic. It's got like a little angle. Like the top of it should be angled. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't even know that.
So, no, I did. I've forgotten. Because the shiny bit's there. I can see the shiny bit. And then you go on the other side and it's not shiny. So yeah, I've got it around the right way now. It's the MK4 where it's written MK4 should be facing you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sweet baby badger.
If you haven't unfollowed by now.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Highly recommend give it an unfollow. There you go. There you go. Audio's back. Finally.
Oh, Jesus.
Plugged and unplugged. Main microphone back in action. To be honest, that other one on camera is so good. Sometimes I wonder why bother.
Yeah.
But
is your top mic on? Is the MK600 on?
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hang on. Yeah, no, I checked that. No, it's definitely.
So there you go. I mean,
if it's got battery. Oh, now I'm just kicking microphones. Oh, just.
So anyway, yesterday's podcast was a bit of a ramble about a load of stuff, and then we explained that we were going to stop the daily podcasts for the time being, We're going to put it on hold, and then that was all done, and then Ryan deleted it all. So this is basically an express version of that. But yeah, this was a test for us to all about production, because we kind of had an idea where we wanted to go with it content-wise, but we were like, look, if we worry about content, then we're not going to be able to do it daily, and if we worry about doing it daily, then we're not going to be able. There was two, so we're like, regular content, multiple platforms, good audio quality, good video quality, and for the most part, apart from just user error and sometimes audition, apart from those things, I think we've been pretty good. I've been pretty happy with that. I've learned quite a bit about what it takes to produce this stuff. I've learned a shit ton about my audio side, just switching the microphone on, to be honest, and how much
or even having it plugged into. Is it plugged into the side? Because I know it doesn't always. Yeah, it doesn't always click in. I'm second guessing everything. Is are we recording? Yes. Are we recording here? We're still recording an audition.
And this is why I kind of had to come. Came to a point, and we were chatting about it last week. And initially we were just like, should we just call it 50? And then we were like, nah. Do you know when you go, when you like you do something and you're like, you've got a goal, and we're like, we never thought we'd make it to 50, and we're like, got to 50, that was cool. Should have called it there. Should have called it at 50. But we're like, yeah, this is feeling good. We're enjoying this. And then it was like, got to the point where I thought, what are we talking about again? Are we just on a ramble? So I think
50 to 55 felt as long as 1 to 50. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
It's just it evolved very quickly into something that became confusing for everyone.
Yeah, and for us as well, because we've got other stuff we needed to try do, and it's like having doing the podcast is fine, but doing it every single day like that, it's like it starts to get in the way, and it's like this has lost its purpose. We achieved what we wanted to achieve with it. Let's just call it quits now and regroup. So I would like this. I think we've talked about this. We would like this to be a bit more focused, especially around our lives as professionals, and create content. Now that we understand the production process of how we can do this, we want to create content that gives a little bit back, that is a little bit about our experiences and our abilities and things we've learned, and turn it more into not a production podcast. It's not going to be aimed at professionals who make videos. It's going to be aimed at people getting into it, people wanting to create content for their own business, anything from using an iPhone to make your own content through to actually shooting on location for a client is kind of what we've been discussing. Would I be right in saying that?
No, I'd say so, because it's what we're looking at is, I think anyone who wants to create online video, really, I think at this point, and I because of the lockdown and quarantine and everything, everyone has sort of been poked into, there's this big internet world where you can put stuff on it and people will listen to you and buy your stuff. Yeah. And I think it's now, it was that world where everyone goes, it's fine. We don't really need any video online, and we'll be fine. We've got our website, right? It's fine. And we've got the Instagram. We'll put a couple of pictures of the cat on. Brilliant. And now I think everyone's been kind of like, now we have to do it. It's like everyone was just pushed over the edge very fast. And, I've seen just in the last 5 weeks, lots of Yasmin's peers, like yoga instructors, Pilates instructors, fitness people, are like, Ryan, what camera do I use? How do I do this? Yeah. What is that lens clip you're putting onto Yasmin's laptop in order to make it wider field of view? And I'm getting loads of questions like that. And I think video is now for everyone, as much as I think professional people don't want it to be. And I still think there is a place for professionalism and doing bigger budget projects, bigger budget projects. But I think also everyone needs to know how to do video and do it to a reasonable standard.
Yeah. I'm going to say photo as well there, because I'd quite like to bring the odd chat about photo in there. Dill does take photos.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I need to learn more about photos. I mean, because I take photos from a functional point of view, as in, you just kind of have to do it. Whereas you enjoy the process. I much prefer doing video to photos, to be honest. That's more I'd place myself. But yeah, so maybe I'll learn from you.
I think my cat's having a stroke.
Your cat? No, you meant to stroke the cat.
What is it doing? Cats are weird, man. weird ass animals. Anyway,
You
yeah,
only,
I think
you
that's...
only need to look on TikTok for that.
Jesus, yeah. But yeah, you're right. And I think that's kind of, it's going to be more of like a aimed at business and people wanting to create, yeah, as you say, create content online. This is not going to be like a professional level course or anything, but it's just going to be us chatting about things that we've learned, experiences we've had, because that is what we wanted to make the Over and Out show about. It was our life as professionals, and I think we just used this quarantine bit as an opportunity to try out gear, to try up a setup, to try out a theory, what we wanted to do, and I'm stoked with how it's come together.
Absolutely.
So, and I can't believe we did as many as we did. I thought we'd be like 3 weeks, and then it was like,
to be honest, I thought we were going to do about a few of them, and then we're like, oh, this is, who cares?
yeah.
But I think ironically, despite all the technical difficulties and the not knowing what to do with content, and just trying to get it all up and running, I think ultimately what kept it going is the fact that whether we're doing this or not, we would still probably have the same conversation or thereabouts every day, which kind of made it easier because it's just like, well, we're going to have this conversation anyway, but let's just switch the camera on.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think that's why it was so easy for us to do 50, because it's I mean, because that's pretty much what we do in real life anyway. I mean, there's only probably a handful of days in a month where we don't speak at all, because either we're actually on a job for 24 hours a day, or family, whatever. There's something special that isn't me or Dylan going on.
Because it's kind of like we're two freelancers, so it's kind of like working in the office together, but not in a way. Just bounce ideas off each other. So I think a lot of what we would like to do with this is create smaller, shorter series, right? Or maybe like a weekly show, and do it smaller numbers of episodes, and make them very focused around a thing, so that people can tune in for a series or not. So you can be like, do you know what, I really
an episode,
an episode, so that it's a bit more focused around a theme or a style or a particular problem or something like that. So we'll get back to you with that when we've worked out what that exactly is and what the time frame and all that is. But I guess for now, it's just a huge thanks to anyone who's watched or listened or followed the pages, and supported. Hopefully it's been something to keep you occupied or entertained, or hopefully you've learned more than the fact that bees shit and that the triads are sending over hornets to kill us
I
all.
think there were some interesting facts that came out of this series. I think this season there's some hardcore facts and opinions going on.
Opinionated facts is the word for it.
Opinionated facts.
So,
what is that thing called? Augmented facts. What was that woman say?
Augmented facts.
No, that American woman. She said, "Oh, alternative fact." That was it.
Right. Yeah. So facts
we don't do that. We don't do that here. We give real facts.
All the real information. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stoked. I'm glad that we got to record this episode again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be a lot shorter, because I think this episode actually was about 50 minutes long.
Yeah,
yesterday.
It was a bit ridiculous. And that was the thing. The last couple of episodes just got so insane. So yeah, if you've any questions or thoughts or comments or things that you would like to know from us in the future, or anything you liked about this or didn't, we would love it if you just dropped us a message on Instagram or left a comment below on YouTube or whatever it is you're doing. Probably Instagram is going to be easiest. Just DM the page. And we'll see if we can work it into some of the ideas that we've been talking about and the ideas that we'd like to produce. And we'll keep y'all posted on that coming out.
Do you know, I'm just looking over here at the recovery thing, and it's brought up a file.
Oh, yeah?
And I think it's from yesterday.
Oh, God. And it's recovered the whole thing from the card.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, hang on. So let me just...
I still don't understand how that works. How can you format a card and then it recovers it?
Actually, yeah, it's recovered episode 56. Unbelievable. The whole thing. Didn't need to do this episode.
But how has it done that?
Because I have this software that I bought ages ago, and it just recovers deleted stuff. And because I only formatted today, it's just found it. It's got some other files underneath, which might be older episodes that I had on there, but maybe it just does... I don't know.
How can it format? But have you recorded on that card?
I shot a whole lot of Yasmin stuff.
I don't understand that. How can it recover stuff that's been deleted? If you got a 60 gig card, you recover it formatted to 0 gigabyte used. Where is it coming from? Space.
But that's because that is
Mental.
it. It's
That is
I was
mental.
wearing that yesterday, and the whole thing is there. It's like 50 minutes long.
Well, don't worry about it. We've bothered doing this. Let's post this episode because the other one was just this on ease. It was just ridiculously long and unnecessary.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm not going to delete that. I'm going to keep that.
Stick it out as a bonus episode.
Yeah. 56. The not lost episode.
Jesus.
The not actually lost episode.
Keep it till when we're...
Wow.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Right. Anyway, thanks so much for listening, folks. Appreciate it. I hope you all stay safe.
Thanks for sharing if you did as well.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome of you if you did.
Yeah.
Because not many people did.
Yeah.
People just
it's hard to get
idly
people.
Watched.
It is hard to get people to do it though, because I mean, quarantine is just this whole thing has been so rammed and so flooded with content and stories and podcasts and shows, and it's just it's a great time to be experimenting, but I don't know if it's necessarily the best time to be looking for traction, because traction's going to be hard. I mean, my attention span's been lower, my screen time's been lower, my commitment to regular channels has been lower, and I think that's something I'm feeling across the board.
I think especially like one thing that Yasmin said about because she is an avid listener of podcasts of various kinds, and she's said she's virtually listened to none because she usually commutes and travels from client to client, and that's when she listens to podcasts. And so I think because there's no commuting going on, and I don't know if this is right in the in the States you'd just be driving in your car, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But there's no that taking the bus or tube to central London that takes half an hour. Yeah. You have that half an hour to listen to a podcast or watch a thing on YouTube or something. That's gone now, and God knows what people are doing with their days, just drinking endless coffees, making sandwiches, and just staring at the wall or watching their laundry dry. So there's that you've lost that time that you could dedicate to something that's kind of back of the head sort of thing. I'd love to actually think about it. What about audiobooks? I wonder if they've taken a bit of a dip.
Yeah, well, they must have, because Amazon have been giving away audiobooks for free now, more of them, like encouraging
and
people.
Actually there's a couple of creators as well that have been peddling their wares.
Right.
If you want to phrase that, they're like, I listen to Audible, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Whatever. You can too.
You can too,
Audible Gym 10.
Audible Gym.
Classic Audible Gym.
Anyway, cool. Right, 19, 18.
What?
This is tough. No, I'm just saying numbers.
18 minutes coming up. Thanks very much for listening. Shout out to anyone who shared, watched, tagged, commented, liked, hated, disliked, whatever. It's been fun. I've been Ryan. No, I haven't. I've been Dylan.
He's been Dylan. I've been Ryan. We've been over
and out.
And out.
See you, pals.
See you later, pals.
That's how short every episode should have been.